Hello, welcome to TOYSREVIL. Today we'll take a look at NAMUE. NAMUE? Pronounce it NAMUE? Last of the Boreo Clan from Precious Junkz. With this being the friends and family edition. So it's very cool. For full disclaimer, I have previously already opened this box to take pictures, to load online and upload online, and it's currently viewable on my Instagram. I'll put a link in the descriptions below. So today this is an unboxing, but it won't be a surprise unboxing. I'll be sharing with you what I see inside the box and the figure itself. Cool. So let's have a look. This is a massive package. The figure itself is 27 cm, about approximately 10.6 inch tall. And if you've seen from my blog post, it's not just the figure itself, there's also the spear and the height and everything that is a part of this figure. So to show you the girth, I'm sorry, I am unable to provide a better view or a taller shot of this this set, which I'm reviewing right now, but yeah, make do with whatever I have. So this is the box. This is how huge it is. Very nicely printed cardboard box. Yeah, and have a look at it. Magnetic clasp open to see a box inside with a limited edition print. Now this is a signed print of NAMUE. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, NAMUE. And this is the art, the print. Textured card, very nicely done, man. Yeah, I hate doing stuff like this, but at least you can hear the thickness of it. So this is awesome. It's signed by the creator, Yobi. Let me see. His nick is Yobi. And this is signed by him and art by him, I suppose. Not suppose. I'm sure the art is by him as well. Let's open up. There's a foam cover underneath the print, or rather, there's a foam cover. You open up and you will see the figure itself. I mean, the thing is, I wanted to be able to have a setup to show you how huge it is, but unfortunately, I can't. I'm unable to figure out within this time. But nevertheless, this is. Yeah, how huge it is. Check out my hands, man. Much bigger than my hand. I'm not exactly a huge hand. I'm a medium-sized average Asian dude, so this is huge. The spear was below. It was held below, but I reboxed it to shoot this video. Let me show you the spear first. This is a resin spear. No, it's not. Only the figure is vinyl. Imagine this. This is pure vinyl, made by Museum of Toys, or produced by Museum, manufactured by Museum of Toys, and hand painted by Precious Junkz themselves. Junkz. Spear is vinyl. Let me see the name for it. Trisolo Sibat Trident Spear, made of polyurethane resin, hand painted as well. You can see, plus the hand bound rope that is a part of the figure. That probably this is for the figure to grasp. Look at the weathering. I hope this video is doing it justice. Very nice. Look at this. Okay, I'll put this aside first. Then I'll next look at the shield. Can I assume this is resin? It doesn't. Let me read. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily say. Or rather, my post doesn't necessarily say. I will assume this is resin. I'm not going to try it. Again, I saw hand painted, ornate designs. These are textured, actually, not painted on. So these are textured and weathered. And the rope, no doubt, is self-bound, handmade. And this awesome aspect of this figure actually, because with the inclusion of the hand-bound and handmade stuff, hand-woven stuff, it gives it a more tangible, I would say customized. Customized is a cliche word to say, but it gives a more handmade physicality to the figure, rather than say, yes, it is factory made, but these are hand painted by the artists themselves. And you can see on the Instagram, which I'll put a link to his Instagram, these are hand painted by himself. At the same time, these were all hand touched rather than just factory made. Does it make sense? So this is the shield. For the side, the figure. Okay, taking out the figure is tricky because multiple layers of foam, but they're all individual foam. So just now I was taking out that. I have a video on my Instagram where it's a mess but the trick is, and I'll say this very frankly, the trick is to have this figure out and be able to display it amongst the rest of your other toys that will basically dwarf everyone else. And if that's the case, are you going to keep it in a box? If you're going to keep it in a box, then this box is something that you consistently save and have, and you don't want to mess with the ingredients, or rather the contents inside. Hence the foam is a bit tricky if you take care of taking it out anyway. I'll put the box aside. We can, yeah, I can see the figure much better, clearer here. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the figure itself. As I said again, these are all hand painted by the artist. Signed below, you can see the imprint. I love when figures have imprint. It not just shows where and who this figure came from, but to me, it's maybe, to me personally, it is, I can't speak for the artists themselves and the manufacturers. To me, it's a source of pride, you know, that this is done by me, made by Museum of Thais, Precious Junkz logo, and I love this, proudly made in Indonesia. So if you don't know by now, ever since my earlier reviews, this is a vinyl toy made in Indonesia, not made somewhere else and sold through Indonesia, but this is a vinyl toy made in Indonesia. So, dude, that's a game changer in any respects for me. Okay, let's have a closer look at the figure. I hope the light is not too harsh, but you can see the paint on the eyes. So you can recognize these are not just hand painted weathering, but also details like the eyes, even the gold aspects here, gold lines. You can see the paint. What I appreciate here is you can see it is painted. I'm not talking about clean and crisp paint applications in a factory, but this is pretty darn close. I really appreciate seeing the paint streaks. But that's me, because I know that this is hand painted by the artist himself, so very cool. The palette, this is the color palette you can see here, very earthy color palette, because there is a story that goes with NAMUE of the Boreo Clan. There is a story that is associated with this figure and its existence. I'll put a link to my blog post so you can read it in depth. Painted as well. Is it painted or printed? Painted, man. Wow, hardcore. You can see the shades and the shadows. Hence, I appreciate the painting, the hand-painted aspect. This is a hefty vinyl figure, not just because it's huge, but it's also hefty. And of course, it stands. Not of course. Of course, I agree because it stands. You know, I would think about toys who can stand by themselves or cannot stand. Articulated at the arms, as seen from work in progress images on the artist's Instagram. This figure can be taken apart. The legs, the limbs, but the torso is not movable. Neither is it. It's the head area. But you can see the gradation. I'm just amazed. I'm constantly looking at the paint. The fade, hand painted. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Anyway, let me set up his gear based on photographs. I put the spear on a wrong hand and shield on the wrong hand in my Instagram pictures, but I'll put it here. Actually, based on images on my that I've blogged about. So my blog is my player reference as well. Yeah, so that fits. Yeah, it's supposed to fit like that. My bad. I don't know which is up and down or down. I assume the bottom tie is the base. I assume. Everything's assumed. And there we have it. I mean, I don't have a stand-up picture yet. I'll just show it like this. So this is the complete figure set with the spear and the shield. Yeah. One thing you should take note of as well. These are available for purchase now on the website that I'll put a link in the description below. And it's limited to a run of only 50 pieces. 50 pieces in this colorway, and out of these 50 pieces, there is a 1 in 10 ratio, which is basically 5 pieces, I think 1 in 10 ratio of a version that has a battle scar. I don't know what that image is. I have yet to see it online, or probably I have not searched for it, but there's a battle scar version, the chase version, you know, of this figure. So good luck to folks who wants to grab that, who manages to grab that, because it's inserted randomly, so it's not for sale per se. So there's this first colorway, 50 pieces, and there's also an additional midnight blue blank colorway. Again, link in the description, available as well, sold separately. So that is not a random, that is a choice. But the battle scar version that was mentioned, but I have no images yet, is the chase for this. Yeah. My camera is not set up to see a frontal view. Probably I'll do an edit and show you a frontal view of this after this. But this is how it looks on top. Beast lah. Beast. Okay, let me do this. I'll do a cut here so that I can do a frontal view of this figure. Okay, and I'm back. So this particular angle, I am looking at the figure full frontal and seeing him compared to the other figure's size. So this brother is a huge brother. Let me take a mini figure from Pop Mart. Yeah, you can see how huge this guy is. So let me put this aside. We have a quick shot of the figure and it turned around. Yeah, just now I didn't show you the slippers of this guy, or rather the footwear. Anyway, this is how it looks. Look at how imposing the spear is and the figure. The back. Yeah, the shield. So imagine this guy, he would take up an entire shelf for me. No, my shelf would not be big enough for him, which is cool, but it would be nice to be able to display him actually. And if there are any additional figures that come from his clan or part of the storyline, then imagine a whole lineup of these guys. These guys are going to be impressive, man. This is, I wouldn't say an evolution, is I think if you're familiar with Precious Junkz, go and check out their Insta, and also links on my blog where their previous product line, or rather character creation, was Samurai Apes. So still going along the lines of having simian ape characters in their creations, and as well the creators are very much into environmental issues that tie in with their products, or rather their products are an extension of their environmental concerns. I might not necessarily be speaking very clearly on that aspect, so I'll put a link instead to their socials or their connects, so you can find out more about their work. And yeah, and I'll just end this video right now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for this figure, family and friends edition. Nice. And hope you all enjoy your toys.